All right, so yes, update 10.0 has been out for a minute. What do you guys think of it so far? And from what I'm seeing, it has been very well received. But yes, there are some lingering issues that are definitely plaguing update 10.0, and we've got some brand new responses from the dev team about what they look to actually adjust. We're talking about heroic weapons, the stratagem game modes, the rewards, all sorts of stuff looks to be adjusted here in the future to make everything a lot more enjoyable. So this is going to be great news. Also, yes, we're going to talk about an upcoming patch and hotfix and go over your top comments. So I say we dive straight into this right now, shall we? So yes, starting out here with an official announcement, says this: you've been numerous to provide feedback on Space Marine 2's 10.0 update. Thank you for that. A hotfix is planned to release this week. We'll keep you updated on that matter, so stay tuned. So great news. We will be getting a hotfix for some of the bigger core issues. Now, what are the big core issues facing update 10.0 and basically Space Marine 2 right now? Well, that was asked out here on the subreddit, and we got some very interesting replies as to how you guys are feeling about update 10.0. We're going to get into the dev responses, but we got to get some context as to what the problems are. So we have this one right here. I'm hoping for perk swaps on the power axe, since the final perks for both top and bottom row seem like they should be in the opposite row instead. This got 109 upvotes right there, so a lot of people agreeing about that one. And we have another comment saying hopefully it fixes the power axe perks as well. So a lot of you guys want adjustments to that power axe, and also that's not all. We're wanting to see buffs for heroic weapons, 43 upvotes, and some of you guys feel like half of them are just absolute trash right now. So yeah, hopefully they can actually look into that and adjust that. And then we have this one. I'm just hoping they nerf the chaos spawns. They attack too frequently for the amount of damage they deal. You block, parry one attack, and immediately get hit by the follow-up, which you can't block because you're still recovering from the previous one. In fact, we have this post right here. Patch 10 be like, oh, you're about to finish a mission you just spent 30 minutes on? Let me spawn 10 of these guys at once and team wipe you. Dude, it gets very, very intense with the new chaos spawn enemies. Let me tell you what. But do you guys feel like it's more of a like get good situation, or do you feel like there needs to be adjustments to the chaos spawns? So yeah, let's get into what the dev team had to say about all of this, starting out with this question out on the official Discord right here. We have this one. The new PvE mode is great, but will the conditions in the stratagems be somehow balanced in hotfixes in the near future? And we got a response here from the Focus community team right here. Yeah, probably. It was a first release, and now we're analyzing your feedback on stratagems to see what works and what doesn't. So keep the feedback rolling in here. Also, we have daily rewards need to be higher, like 15, 20 for easy, hard, respectively. As it currently stands, it could take well over a week of dailies to make up one weekly. And given that the weeklies seem to be gating out a solid portion of the player base, it's discouraging people from engaging with the new content. Are you guys feeling like that? Do you feel like it's too grindy? Sound off in the comments down below, or do you kind of like enjoy what they have created here? But it seems like the dev team are very aware of the issue as we have this. Yeah, that's a very major feedback we've seen. So I would expect that we would see adjustments to what is happening with the rewards for stratagems. And we've got even more questions about the rewards for stratagems. Check it out. Also, if you are still here, do you guys have any plans on adjusting rewards for dailies or uncapping them? I get why the accolades are time gated. You want people to log in every week and play more often, but in the future, with lots of new items added to the store, I imagine it's going to be quite daunting for new returning players to see all those weapons, cosmetics, and realize they can only afford around 2 to 3 weeks, depending on if they are buying weapon or cosmetics. It is a legit concern. And we've got the official response here. Think about making them less restrictive, but also nothing designed in that way yet, just a reflection. So yeah, I initially asked you guys when I saw the rewards for the stratagems, especially when it comes to accolades and that sort of thing, I was a little bit worried that it might seem to be a bit too grindy, of course. You know, a lot of you guys are busy with work, college, what have you. So I'm kind of curious if you feel that way or not. Sound off again in the comments down below. But what do we got next? Let's keep going, shall we? So we got this one. I'm guessing we will see more details on what you are planning to change on the September community blog post. And the response is, of course, yes. That is what we can expect when that September community update does roll around. We should be getting more news about what they plan for adjustments as well. Also, it would be nice to see some adjustments to heroic weapons currently. Now, we have this one right here. For 2 times already, my team and I reached Trigun in the last stage, but he disappeared after we got his HP down to 75%. It's the weekly hard stratagem. So this has been an issue. I saw several posts about this, and the response is this: we're aware of this bug and we are investigating. So this might be part of the upcoming hotfix. They didn't really give like exact details about what they're going to be fixing in the hotfix, but I'm thinking that they want to jam-pack that hotfix with as many fixes as possible, of course. Also, we have this one right here calling out the dev team pretty incompetent to not test one of the bigger patches on the private test server, of course, the PTS. And the response is this right here. You can keep that for yourself. A PTS would mean delaying the update's release and splitting the team to work on another different branch. So yeah, they did previously say that a PTS for update 10.0 was just not happening for that reason. And he goes on to say this: anyway, as I said, working on a PTS would mean having a good part of the team working on developing a different branch, which ultimately would lead into delays, cut content, and such, which I think a lot of us would just want to be able to at least play the operation, and then they would release these hot fixes. Of course, it would be a bummer if, you know, we didn't have the new operation out currently. That would really suck. Because yeah, it's been a ton of fun playing this new operation, which by the way, I absolutely love. However, with that being said, it would be cool to see a PTS return. I always love the PTS. I think it's something fun the community can do together, and it has been confirmed that eventually, yes, we will be getting some sort of PTS down the road. They have not given us an exact release window for that, but I will keep you guys in the know when that is going to be happening. Also, what is this? Heavy can double fire their gun when you look down sights, they don't, vice versa. And we have a response about this current issue right here will be fixed quickly in an upcoming update. So if you're dealing with that, don't worry, that is going to be a thing of the past very soon. And we have this one. Oh, Mr. Staff, now that you are here, I did have a question. How will the new hero store work? Will it be on a rotation, or will every update just add stuff to the store? Great question right there. And the response to this: new stuff will be added. It's not on a rotation, so there's no FOMO behind the, you know, heroic weapons and that sort of thing that they've added to the store. Now, also, have the team already decided what the heroic weapons are going to be, or can we get an idea by proposing some? So yeah, what are going to be future potential heroic weapons? And Muslip did respond saying, I think most of the hero variants are already decided, but the big question is, what would you guys like to see, and what like unique abilities perhaps would you like to see for like future heroic weapons? By all means, give your opinion. All right, so we have, I know you probably don't know if it was intended, but throttle skip chaining has been ruined on the chainsword pretty much after any heavy attack. There's a huge delay to starting up full throttle, ruining the smoothness of the chainsword we previously had. Any chance this could be reverted back? It afflicts the heroic as well, meaning you can't chain the punch from another heavy smoothly, which is a pain in the butt. And the response is as follows right here from Sister Hylia, who says, we're aware of that too. So it looks like they are looking into that one. Hopefully some adjustments and fixes can come with this hot fix. We'll see. Again, we'll learn more about what they plan to do, perhaps with weapon buffs, adjustments, that sort of thing in the future with that September community update. Now we have those are Tyrannid. Sister, also please be advised, some of the relic weapons, Chainsword, Combi Melta, probably Gladius, would need some buffs. Thank you. So a lot of you guys are feeling like both heroic and relic weapons need some significant buffs, but what weapons specifically would you guys like to see fine-tuned? And they do confirm we've heard that feedback. Yeah, thank you. So that at the very least has been marked down. Also, do you know if the customization will get more in-depth in the future? For example, being able to change waist pauldrons without changing the rest of the body. That'd be a very cool update for sure. And the response is this: it's a bit early to say. it's not planned for now anyway. Yeah, you know, I would love to see more freedom, of course, around what they have done with the champion skins overhaul for them to get even more in depth with that. That would be very, very cool. But I will say for now, what they have done is definitely a step in the right direction. All right, so you guys know what time it is. It is time to go over your top comment. So be sure to leave a comment down below. It can end up right here in a future video. And by the way, if you are new, welcome aboard. Be sure to smack that subscribe button to stay in the know about all things Space Marine 2. And I also hope to really start covering Borderlands 4 as well. All right, so let's get into what you guys had to say. We have Brothers, the Bulwark has a new Shield Rush ability, and it's sick. While you're blocking with your shield, hold R1, and you will rush into enemies fast. It's so fun, LOL. So if you've neglected that one, try out the Bulwark. You might really love the Bulwark, and maybe some of you will start maining the Bulwark because of this new ability. But, you know, it would be cool. I'd love to see them keep adding in new abilities for existing classes. One thing that I love that they are doing, that they're like trickling in that sort of thing. I really think Saber should keep going with that, because it keeps even, like, I suppose you would say, like, familiar old content fresh. Next up, we have this one, a burst pistol, a new knife, has amazing perks, pyre weapons. The Salamander's cape can be used separately. I'm happy. So yeah, but, you know, beyond that, what would you guys like to see happen around Salamanders, if anything? And we have this one right here. The game has been healing my Destiny 2 addiction. Hell yes. Also, shouldn't be limits on customization for the champion packs. Give us the freedom to create our chapters, warriors, the way we want. Couldn't agree more with that. But again, it seems like Games Workshop, they really want to keep some things intact. But I say go all out crazy with customization. That'd be cool. And we have, man, I hate complaining about such amazing update, but I confess I was dismayed to see the only Space Wolf champion part I could put on Assault was the helmet. Not being able to wield that Space Wolf hammer with the champion armor is disappointing. I hear you. 267 upvotes. So a lot of you guys are bummed with that one for sure. So yeah, Space Wolves, hopefully we get some more open options with that champion in the future, because yeah, I love the Space Wolves. But anyway, there it is, guys, the latest happenings around Space Marine 2. I'll keep you updated when the brand new hotfix drops, what that actually includes. I'm sure they'll have some sort of patch notes regarding what they will be changing here very, very soon. Remember, that's going to be dropping sometime this week. But thanks, guys, so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.